Welcome to the Angel Mystic podcast, where spiritually open minds come together to explore the wonders of angels, spiritual connections, and the art of manifesting, plus weekly angelic insights as I pull cards for the week ahead. Hosted by me, Amanda Tooke, the Angel Mystic, your spiritual midwife, to help you on your journey to a fulfilling and happy life, as seen on ITV, Channel 4, and writer for Fate and Fortune magazine. My hope is this podcast is your go-to resource for navigating life with more ease and flow. Whether you're a beginner on the spiritual path or a seasoned practitioner, join us as we unlock the secrets of connection and harness the power of manifestation to create the life you desire. Please rate, review, share and subscribe each episode as we embark on the Angel Mystic podcast. And don't forget to head over to show notes to find all the useful links to many free, amazing resources. Now let's delve in. Welcome to the Angel Mystic podcast. This podcast this time is all about archangels and which archangel you need to work with. So today we're going to dive into something that I know a lot of you feel called to do. And here's why I know that. Because I hear it all the time. Which archangel do I need to work with for whatever the issue is that you are having? And I think it's a question that we can really overthink. And I want to simplify it for you because I'm all about making it fun, easy, and simple. Spirituality shouldn't be complex. So, which archangel do you need to work with? Well, here's the truth. You don't need to work with all the archangels. And you don't need to memorize them all. You will get to have your favorites that you like to connect with. And you certainly don't need to feel like you have to get it right. The archangel that you actually need to work with is probably trying to get your attention, because all these different archangels have a specialist subject. So we have our own guardian angels. They're personal to us. We don't share them with anyone else. Archangels are a universal energy. We can all tap into that support, that instantaneous help, but they do all have a specialist subject, if you like. And we can obviously connect with our own guardian angel. And a real simple hack in all of this, and we could end the podcast here once I tell you the hack, but we're also going to go deeper if you want to, is just to ask your guardian angel to redirect the help that you need to the relevant archangel. So I presume that you are already connected with your guardian angel. And if you haven't, we've done the Great Spiritual Awakening recently. And there is the opportunity to come to Spiritual Bootcamp, where you can learn about archangels, angels, and spirituality of all forms. It's a massive 6-month development program. But I honestly believe the archangel that you need to work with right now is probably trying to get your attention. And that's what I want us to work with today, because they'll be dropping little hints for you. You'll be maybe drawn to the colour. You may be hearing their name, seeing them popping up somehow in your reality. And that's what I want you to tune into. Because as I said before, spirituality shouldn't be complex. It should be easy. It's there to make your life more simple and to give you the support that you need. And I think it's a misconception that we can have where we have to go out and pick an archangel based on what you need. And that's really not how it works at all. The angels, as a realm altogether, are always responding to your energy, to your life, to your circumstances, your challenges, your desires. They're always there to support you. So the archangel that you need is already around you. And the question is, are you noticing that? Because they don't always show up, and I really wish they did. They don't always show up in big, dramatic ways. Honestly, angel connections, communication is subtle. So damn subtle sometimes, it is frustrating. But you might hear a name. You might feel drawn to a color? You know, when you go to your wardrobe in a morning, are you drawn to a specific color? There was a lady in Windermere. We're diversing a bit here, but she was amazing, and she used to wear block color, so she used to wear the same color head to toe every day. And every day she would just go into her wardrobe and go, oh, today I want to wear pink or I want to wear green. And she would be head to toe in that. She was so well turned out. It was amazing. But, you know, just wearing a scarf with that colour on or some jewellery with that colour on can connect you to that archangel. And I really feel like you might feel drawn to a certain colour. And it might be that a certain topic keeps coming up in your life, and that isn't random. This is all guidance. This is how the angels can communicate. So there are some main archangels. There's a lot of archangels, I'll be honest. But you don't need to know all of them to have a really good relationship with the angels in general. But some of the main key archangels, let's say that, we're going to go through them. And as I talk about them, I want you just to listen and just think, oh, yeah, that feels like I'd like to connect with that archangel. You'll maybe feel a tug. You'll feel your intuition kicking in. And that's the important bit. That's, you know, when you're going to connect with archangels. Now, I have my personal favorites that I always connect with, and that is Michael, Raphael, Ariel, and Metatron. You will notice that a lot of archangels have like AEL at the end of the name, apart from Metatron and Sandalphon, who are supposedly brothers, and they're the only archangels that have been on the earth plane. I say supposedly brothers because, yeah, they're not human. They're not male, they're not female. They'll feel more masculine, they'll feel more feminine, depending, but they are not male or female. They're a higher vibration than that. But good old Archangel Michael, which I think he's a hot subject because most people like to connect with him. They always think, oh, Michael's my angel. And interestingly enough, you know, you may, when you learn your guardian angel's name, which there is a meditation free on my website to do that, and I can link it in the show notes for you. When you do that, you may get an archangel's name, but that doesn't mean so that archangel is the name that you're is sorry, is that archangel just for you because they're not, they're for everyone. But that guardian angel of yours might be using the archangel's name because that's a name that you can connect with. Equally, your guardian angel's name might be something as random as Jeff, like mine. But you know, they're communicating the way that you need it. So Michael is, like I say, he's a hot subject. Everyone loves a Michael. He is really good at helping you cut cords, the horrific cords between you and situations, between you and people. He can help you move forward and leave the past behind. He can help you feel safe and protected. He's really good at helping you find lost items. He's good if you are feeling drained and scattered. And he's really all about protection. So he's really good to help you set boundaries and clearing negativity. You know, it gives you like your power back, I suppose, in that sort of way. And he's like a purpley blue colour. I always like to imagine that purpley blue light whirling around me, cutting the cords. He has a sword of light that cuts those cords. And he works really closely with Archangel Raphael. Raphael is emerald green, and these are like, I always like to do cord cutting with both of these archangels because Raphael can help heal where those cords have been cut. Raphael is officially the doctor of the angel realms, but he won't just heal you physically, he can heal your mind, your spirit, your soul. And he can also help with financial healing. He will also help people on journeys. So if you're going away on holiday and you want your connections to line up, you don't want your luggage to get lost, he can help with anyone on a journey, which includes a spiritual journey as well. Raphael, if he is healing you, yes, he can heal you direct, but he can also introduce you to other modalities of healing that would be good for you. So you might notice a poster up in a shop and you think, oh, I need to try that for some sort of alternative healing. He really brings calm and balance. I think that's the word I want to use. And I love working with him. I work with him every day and with Michael. Yeah, they work so well together. It's lovely. The next, probably the third most popular archangel is Gabriel. You know, Gabriel was the archangel that told Mary she's having a baby. So Gabriel always brings, ideas, brings a new life, can helps in families, helps with communication. It's all about expression. And if you're struggling with your words, Gabriel is a really good archangel to connect with. But also, if you want help in your business, that is definitely the archangel I would recommend too. And Gabriel, for me, feels very feminine. Gabriel feels very motherly and nurturing. But you might experience, this archangel differently. Archangel Uriel. Uriel is For me, I always think of Uriel dealing with communities and like the world at large, but can also help you if you're feeling stuck, if you're feeling confused, if you're unsure on your direction, because Uriel brings clarity. And I feel this archangel feels more masculine. And if I ever hear of natural disasters, world events, I always ask Uriel to go in and help where is possible. I think Uriel often brings answers as well, but you have to be open to receiving that, and you have to know what you need an answer to be able to receive it. The next one that is a popular one is Archangel Chamuel. Chamuel is all about love. Works with the heart chakra. So you may see Chamuel as pink, or you may see them as green, because that's the heart chakra colors. Um, this isn't just romantic love, this is love for yourself too, because that's where, we have to start when we're wanting to manifest love. So if you've got relationship issues, self-worth, feeling a little bit disconnected from all of that, Chamuel is the archangel of love that can help you. And from that place, because that's what angels are, they are essentially unconditional love. From that place, things can start to shift. The final two that I want to mention today, and like I said, there's a lot more, but you don't need to know them all. They will be already trying to get your attention. You just need to be a little bit more. I always think for connecting with your angels, you need to slow down and be a little bit quiet. It's not all about meditation, but you do need to have stillness sometimes to be able to notice the signs. So the next one, which is my favorite, or one of my four favorites, and I quite often call all four in all four corners, like Michael, Metatron, um, Raphael, and Ariel. So let's talk about Metatron. Metatron is probably my all-time favorite. Metatron is, oh, he's in charge of the other archangels. He's like the boss of the other archangels. And yeah, I just think he brings power, clarity. He's great for manifesting. If I'm finding my manifesting is getting a bit sticky and it's not flowing, I will get an image of how people perceive Metatron. I'll print it off and I will write to Metatron on the back, and I will fold it up. And I have got various pieces of paper. In fact, I'll lay my hands on one now. I'm pretty sure there's one on my pile of books here. Um, and it's what, like, I've wanted to manifest houses, and they come so quickly with Metatron. But this isn't an archangel that I recommend everyone to jump into, first of all. I do recommend that you start working with your own guardian angel and build up to the archangels. Ariel is the final one I'm going to mention. And think of Ariel as abundance. Abundance is more than enough of whatever you want. But if that's money, this is the archangel you need. Ariel will help you just with your manifesting. And this is why I call in these four. It feels really powerful to have these four all in four corners around me. But in all of this, you don't need to know who you need to work with. You just need to be open to working with them and let them find you. And remember that you can ask your guardian angel just to, you know, surrender your request to them, what you're struggling with, and let them direct the right archangels in. This whole thing, this whole connecting with your angels is all about trust. So here's the part that most people miss because you don't need a complicated process to connect with your angels. You don't need a ritual. You don't need to be second guessing yourself. You just literally need to say, Angels, thank you for helping me. And you could even then go on to say, which angel is with me right now? And it might be that your answer doesn't come immediately. It might be that you get a name, a feeling, a sense, a knowingness. But it might be later in the day when you start to, you see a name or you hear somebody talk about an archangel and you think, oh, yeah, that's the one. And this is why it's all about trust. So when you want to have a deeper connection with your angels, I always think of it as building a relationship with a friend. You don't get to know a friend unless you spend some time with them, hang out with them, do things with them. So you need to do that with your angels too. And that means that you could maybe have a chat in the morning, a chat in an evening as you're going to bed. It's nothing better than setting intentions with your angels in the morning and then as you're going to bed, doing some gratitude with them. And when I say this, this is just a conversation I'm having in my head with them. I mean, sometimes I will write it down, but most of the time it's just in my head. Nobody needs to know you're doing this. But my goodness, can it transform your life? It really can. So ask for the help that you need. Trust that your angels will answer. You don't need to worry about getting it perfect and doing it properly. They're not judging you. There's only you judging you. So connection is really built through consistency. And the more you acknowledge it and the signs that you're getting, maybe you're seeing feathers or rainbows or number synchronicity, the more you're going to build your relationship. So let's do that. I mean, angel cards as well. And we're going to do that angel cards for the week ahead. Angel cards are a great way of connecting with your angels, and the guidance I'm looking at is for the 3rd to the 10th of May. But let's do these cards and see what the angels want us to know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So as we're going into the week, we've got the no card. Now, the no card isn't no as in negative. I feel like the message on this card is that you need to not keep ignoring the subtle angel signs as other things. I mean, honestly, when you do the connection exercise and you feel a tiniest little tittle on your face, or you feel like a temperature change or a breeze, or you get a little tingle somewhere, it's so easy to dismiss it and put it down as something else. But no, you mustn't do that. You must trust what you're getting. So don't push things away by saying no. Acknowledge what's going on, in particular with your angel signs. Do look out for feathers. Do look out for messages in music. And Tuesday is the intuition card. The intuition card is talking about how you really need to follow your inner guidance and trust what you are getting. Intuition doesn't land in your head, it lands in your heart, it lands in your solar plexus, and you need to trust that. Number synchronicities, did I say that already? But they are definitely a sign because they're coming on the Wednesday card as well. The Wednesday card is, why don't you try some meditation? Meditation, I've talked about this a lot, but meditation, there will be one form of meditation that you can do. It isn't, you know, anything but trial and error. And with meditation, I really believe that we need to think about consistency again, because some meditations are just going to fall short and other meditations are going to be amazing. But if you give up when they fall short, you're never going to get to the ones that are going to be amazing. So it's called meditation practice for a reason. It requires some practice. As we move into Thursday, ka-ching, 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 it's the abundance card. As I said before, abundance is more than enough of whatever you want. And this is what this card is talking about. That look out for your angel titles. You'll often see that I get them when I go live, get tittly nose. Um, but you are going to be taken care of. So trust and know that, and don't get your knickers in a twist when you feel like you're pushing everything uphill, because it is all going to work out for you. And Friday, it's time for you. I feel like, I don't know, you need a day off, but not day off to catch up with yourself, a day off to be with yourself, to do things for you. It feels well overdue. As we move into the weekend, we've got the happiness card. The happiness card is a reminder that nobody else is going to make you happy. This is down to you. Happiness is an internal thing, not an external. You can choose to be happy in any given situation you are in. You have a choice always how you feel. You always have a choice how you react to any situation too. And it's always going to be a lot easier with your angels, let me tell you. Time is coming in on Sunday. It is time. I feel like we need a bit of a journal splurge where we just get it all down in the journal. And it can be messy, and there can be, tears, and just get it all out, because then we can have a clean sweep ready for the coming week. That's our cards for this week. Number synchronicities are big. Messages in cloud formation, titles, there's lots of signs this week. Number synchronicities was on 3 cards, that's very, very big. And little white feathers and messages in music. So here's what I hope you will take from this session today. And that is that you are not alone, that you are fully supported, but you're going to have to do a bit of work to connect with your angels and the archangels, and trust every step of the way. If you come into Spiritual Bootcamp, I can totally help you with this. We have a whole module on archangels, and it is 6 months of spiritual development that you can rinse and repeat, and you have lifetime access to. It's all over in the show notes, but in the meantime, please share this podcast with somebody that you think might enjoy it. Subscribe, review, rate, whatever you can do. It all really helps, and I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. I will see you next time.